All right, we have the application problem today. So first things first, let's read through it and then we'll see if you got it incorrect where that mistake was made. So Hannah and her friend are training to run a 2-mile race. On Monday, Hannah ran a half a mile. So I'm keeping track of this information, a half a mile on Monday. On Tuesday, she ran 1/5 mile farther than she ran on Monday. I underlined all of that because it's all important. How far did Hannah run on Tuesday? So how far? Tuesday. Then there's a second part. If her friend ran three-quarters of a mile on Friday, three-quarters of a mile on Tuesday, how many miles did the girls run in all on Tuesday? In all is a key word. Okay, so the first thing I've done is drawn a picture, because if you can draw a picture with a word problem, it always makes it easier. So Monday, I just made a box, and that box is a half a mile. So she ran a half a mile. Then on Tuesday, she ran a fifth of a mile farther than she ran on Monday. So how far she ran on Monday, and then a fifth more, because it says a fifth mile farther than she ran. So she already ran this much, and then she's putting that with it too. So what do I need to do with this half and this fifth to figure out how many miles altogether she's run? I need to add them. So I'm going to use the butterfly method. 2 times 1, there's my picture. 2 times 1 is 2. 5 times 1 is 5. My denominator is 10, and I'm going to add them together. So I just do 5 plus 2 equals 7. 10 is my bottom. So on Tuesday, she ran 7/10 of a mile. But I'm not quite done yet, because if her friend ran 3/4 of a mile on Tuesday, how many miles did the girls run in all? So I have my 7/10, which is what she ran on Tuesday, and then her friend also ran 3/4 of a mile on Tuesday, and in all means total, adding it together. So I want to do 7/10 plus 3/4 to figure out what I've got going on. So this is where our lesson is a little bit different today. Is normally with the butterfly method, you would cross multiply, find your denominator, but with that, the denominator is going to be 40, and then I have to do some simplifying. So what I'm going to do is not a new strategy, but it's a strategy we had at the very beginning, where I'm going to list out the multiples. So I have 10 my denominator and 4 my denominator. I'm looking for the least common multiple for the denominator. So 4, I'm listing out multiples: 4, 8, then I'll do 10, 10, 20, okay, keep alternating back, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. So if I do butterfly method, my denominator is going to be 40, but look at this. My LCM is actually 20. That's my lowest number that they have in common. Excuse me. So what you can do is rewrite these fractions as denominators of 20. What I'm going to do is change them into equivalent fractions using multiplication, and it's going to be way easier than the butterfly method. You'll see in just a minute. So I just have to ask myself, how do I get from 10 to 20? What do I multiply 10 times to get to 20? And I would multiply 10 times 2. So I'm going to do the same thing to the top, 7 times 2. Same thing to the top and bottom. 7 times 2 equals 14. So 7/10 is the same as 14/20. Now let's do 3/4. What do I multiply 3/4 or 4 times to get to 20? 4 times 5 equals 20. So I'm going to do the same thing to the top. 3 times 5 equals 15. So now I have 14/20 plus 15/20. That equals 29/20. And I don't have any simplifying to do other than just changing it into a mixed number. And I know that 20 goes into 20. 20/20 is 1 whole. And then that leaves me with 9 left over. So 1 and 9/20 is how many miles the girls ran in all.